Have you ever wondered why some people just don't seem to follow the rules? Contrary to popular belief, being a rebel doesn't mean being a troublemaker, and high-value men certainly aren't terrible. These individuals often resist rules that lack purpose or meaning, challenging societal norms and thinking outside the box. It's not about breaking the law, it's about resisting societal control and offering a unique perspective. Today, we're diving into the 6 rules high-value men always break and exploring the reasons behind their unconventional approach. So buckle up and get ready to see the world through the eyes of a high-value man, one being permanently committed to one career path. Nobody enjoys feeling stuck, especially in their professional life. For high-achieving individuals, the notion of committing to a single career for the sake of stability feels stifling. It's not just about financial gain, it's about the challenge and fulfillment their work provides. When they find themselves no longer learning or growing, they are quick to seek new opportunities. Their relentless curiosity and desire for intellectual stimulation fuel their career decisions. Imagine a life confined to a 9-to-5 job with no room for advancement or personal development. For these individuals, that is their worst nightmare. They see their careers not just as a means to earn a living, but as avenues for continuous learning and personal growth. The idea of having their professional story written for them is unacceptable. They are determined to write their own narrative. To discover what truly satisfies them, these individuals often experiment with different careers. They are not afraid to step out of their comfort zones, trying out various occupations and exploring their passions. Even those who find their calling early on remain open to new opportunities and challenges that may come their way. This mindset allows them to adapt and thrive in an ever-changing job market. In today's world, many are also embracing side gigs or passion projects alongside their primary jobs. This approach provides a steady income while offering the freedom to explore other interests and develop new skills. For instance, a software engineer might also run a successful YouTube channel, or a financial analyst could have a side business in photography. This blend of stability and exploration leads to a more fulfilling and dynamic career. Storytelling can be a powerful way to illustrate this point. Consider the story of Alex, a successful lawyer who realized that while his job paid well, it didn't fulfill him. Alex decided to pursue his passion for writing, eventually becoming a best-selling author. His journey wasn't easy, but his determination to find personal and professional fulfillment made it worthwhile. Alex's story shows that it's never too late to change paths and seek what truly makes you happy. 2. Dating as most men do. When it comes to romance, high-value men break the mold. The traditional dating playbook, with its rules about playing hard to get, waiting days to call or text, and the old-fashioned notion that men must always make the first move, simply doesn't resonate with them. Instead, they prioritize authenticity and directness in their romantic pursuits. Imagine this scenario after a fantastic first date. Most men might follow the 3-day rule before reaching out. High-value men, however, don't see the point in such games. If they had a great time, they'll say so. They believe in being upfront and honest about their intentions from the start. If they feel like texting right after a date, they will. If they want to plan a spontaneous trip, they won't wait for an arbitrary timeline. This approach is all about doing what feels right and natural, rather than adhering to outdated societal norms. For instance, think of Mike, a successful entrepreneur who met someone special at a friend's party. After their first date, Mike didn't play it cool. He texted her the next morning to express how much he enjoyed their time together and to plan their next date. His directness and sincerity were refreshing, leading to a strong, genuine connection from the start. High-value men understand that while traditional dating rules may work for some, they don't align with their morals and individualistic approach. They prefer to set their own pace and make decisions based on their judgment, not society's expectations. This mindset allows them to foster deeper, more meaningful relationships built on mutual respect and understanding. Moreover, high-value men recognize the importance of equality in relationships. They are open to their partners making the first move or initiating plans. They value their partner's independence and encourage open communication, ensuring that both parties feel heard and respected. Storytelling can further highlight this perspective. Consider the story of Alex and Jess, who met through mutual friends. On their first date, Jess suggested they go rock climbing, something Alex had never tried. Instead of insisting on planning the date himself, Alex embraced Jess's suggestion. leading to an adventurous and memorable experience that set the tone for their relationship. 3. Following the normal life milestones. High-value men aren't interested in living life according to someone else's timetable. The traditional roadmap of life, getting married by a certain age, buying a home, or having children, doesn't dictate their actions. Instead, they prioritize their own readiness and personal satisfaction over societal expectations. Imagine John, a successful architect in his mid-30s. While many of his friends have already settled down, bought homes, and started families, John chooses a different path. It's not that he opposes these milestones, he simply wants to achieve them on his own terms. He values his freedom and independence too much to let societal norms dictate his life. John's approach to relationships reflects this mindset. He won't rush into a significant commitment if he's not prepared. When he does find someone special, he ensures that the relationship is built on a solid foundation of mutual respect and genuine connection. This might mean it takes him longer to settle down, but when he does, it's because he's found the right person and is truly ready for the next stage. Consider the story of Mike and Sarah. Mike, a high-value man, met Sarah at a friend's wedding. While their connection was instant, Mike didn't feel pressured to fast-track their relationship just to meet societal expectations. They took their time getting to know each other, building a deep and meaningful bond. When they eventually decided to get married, it wasn't because they felt they had to, but because they genuinely wanted to. High-value men also approach financial milestones with the same intentionality. Take Alex, a software developer who could easily qualify for a substantial mortgage. Instead of rushing into home ownership because it's the next step, Alex chooses to rent while investing his money in other ventures and saving for the right opportunity. He understands that buying property is a significant commitment and wants to ensure he's making the best decision for his future. This deliberate approach extends to all areas of life. High-value men refuse to be coerced or shamed into following a traditional path. They believe that life isn't a race, and that meeting customary milestones doesn't guarantee happiness or fulfillment. By taking their time and deciding what they truly want, they ensure that their choices are aligned with their values and long-term goals. 4. Always being the nice guy. Being the nice guy all the time isn't their thing. This doesn't mean they're mean or rude, far from it. It's about being real and honest, not sugarcoating their words or actions to please others. There's no pretense or acting, they're just being themselves and speaking their truth. High-value men aren't afraid to be blunt or call people out on their nonsense. They're not swayed by flattery or fake niceties. They value authenticity and genuine connections. They won't hesitate to speak up if someone is being mistreated or taken advantage of, even if it means going against the majority. They don't put on a mask of niceness to fit in or avoid conflict. Being overly agreeable or constantly trying to please others can come off as insincere, and that's not how they operate. They'd rather be respected for their authenticity than liked for being fake. They're neither the bad boy nor the sweet talker, they're just themselves. Authenticity is their game, not being the perpetual nice guy. 5. Wearing only branded clothing. High-value men don't buy into the hype of popular brands. For them, clothing is about comfort, art, and expression, not status or prestige. They appreciate quality but don't feel the need to wear big brand logos. A person's worth isn't measured by the brands they wear but by their character and actions. They prefer to invest in experiences, learning, and meaningful relationships rather than expensive labels. They're not interested in impressing others with what they have, but with who they are. They don't follow fashion trends, they create their own style. They're confident and real and don't need a brand to define them. While many chase the latest and most expensive brands, high-value men focus on understanding themselves and what they truly want. 6. Chasing or trying to impress women. While many men chase after women and try to impress them with grand gestures or flashy displays, high-value men operate differently. They believe in natural attraction founded on genuine connection rather than superficial showcases. For them, authenticity and sincerity are paramount. Consider the story of Jake, a high-value man who meets Anna at a social gathering. Unlike others who might try to win her over with exaggerated stories or lavish gifts, Jake focuses on genuine conversation. He listens attentively, shares his true thoughts, and doesn't feel the need to put on a facade. His confidence comes from a place of self-assurance, knowing that if there's a real connection, it will develop naturally. High-value men don't see the point in running after someone or pretending to be something they're not just to gain attention. They trust that the right person will appreciate them for who they are. Chasing or trying too hard to impress can often come off as desperate or insincere, and that's not the impression they want to give. Instead, they focus on being real and authentic, letting the right person come to them in their own time. This approach doesn't mean they're passive or unwilling to express their interest. High-value men are proactive and make their intentions known, but they do so genuinely and respectfully. They aren't interested in playing games or adhering to a checklist of dating tactics. Their goal is to form a real connection, one that is built on mutual respect and understanding. Take Mike, for instance, who met Sarah at a coffee shop. Instead of overwhelming her with compliments or trying to impress her with his achievements, he engaged in a meaningful conversation about shared interests and values. His authenticity and confidence allowed a natural connection to form, leading to a relationship based on genuine compatibility. High-value men understand that true attraction comes from being authentic and present. They don't need to chase because they know that real connections are built on honesty and mutual respect. They attract others through their genuine demeanor and integrity, creating relationships that are both meaningful and lasting. As we've seen, high-value men break these rules not out of defiance, but from a deep understanding of their own values and beliefs. They prioritize authenticity over conformity, genuine connections over superficial interactions, and personal growth over societal expectations. By challenging the status quo, they offer a fresh perspective and inspire others to think differently. Consider the story of Alex, who chose to start his own business instead of following the traditional corporate path. His journey wasn't easy, but by staying true to his values and breaking the conventional rules, he found both success and fulfillment. High-value men like Alex show us that it's okay to forge our own paths, and that true happiness often lies outside the boundaries of societal norms. So, the next time you feel pressured to follow the crowd, remember the high-value men who dare to break the rules. Embrace your individuality, trust your instincts, and don't be afraid to challenge the expectations placed upon you.